Hey guys, sorry. This is kind of being kind of going to be an apology video because I know I've been really bad at updating and publishing things. Because I have lots of videos that I need to post that I've made, and even more that I should make because I haven't made some for a couple weeks. But my main issue is posting. You'd be much more updated if I would just post everything that I have. Um, but anyway, yesterday this isn't going to be a normal update video because, like I said, this is more of an apology video, but also just like a general reflection video, I guess, because yesterday marked 3 months of me being in Belgium, which is kind of amazing if you think about it. So I'm going to be sitting here on the floor talking to my computer in my huge sweatshirt because it's cold with my heater on. It's been a cold day. But, anyway, um, like I said, I want to kind of reflect on my exchange a little bit. I don't know if this is going to be really weird or really cheesy, probably both, but, I guess I also want to make this video for my Rotary Club, my sponsoring Rotary Club who sent me here, because Rotary back home really wants us to write to our Rotary clubs, but I'm really kind of bad at putting things in words, so I'm just going to talk and hope that suffices because, um, like I said, I'm kind of bad at putting things in words. I always end up rambling and going in three different directions and not actually making much sense, which I do in my videos too, but I tend to do that in conversation. So it'll be more like following a conversation and less like reading something. And it's like, what is she trying to say here? But, anyway, for my exchange as a whole, I think it's been going decently well. Um, like, really well. I feel like no matter what you do, as long as you don't sit around and mope while your exchange, you're going to think that your exchange is going great because it's just such a wonderful experience. Like, I saw something, I've liked these exchange student pages on Facebook, and sometimes they post these little things, and one of them was like a quote. It was like, I never once smiled on my exchange, quoted by nobody ever. uh, so, I feel like maybe my exchange is going well in ways like my language is improving. I'm kind of trying to integrate myself a little bit. I'm doing not horrendously in school. In some classes. Some classes I'm not doing well at all. But in some classes I'm doing decently, and I've got some friends that like I'm not entirely sure how to progress our relationship a little bit more, partially because it's still kind of difficult to talk sometimes in normal conversation. But actually, my older host sister, I've got two host sisters right now. One of them is 18, and so she's still in school and stuff. The other one's 26, and so she's married and has a child and doesn't live with us anymore. But she comes over a lot, and I was actually talking to her yesterday, and I was talking about how I'm at the point, and she did an exchange in Canada several years ago. So I'm saying I'm at the point where I can understand a lot of what's going on in conversations if I pay attention. It's really easy when people are just like talking to space out and think about other things. But if I pay attention, I can pretty much understand all of what's being said, or almost all of what's being said. But it's still too fast for me to really contribute, and I'm too awkward to contribute. I've always been good at, like, when I was younger, like going to camp or something with a bunch of new people and putting myself out there and making friends really fast. But it's incredibly, I'm incredibly awkward here. But I was saying I'm at that point, and she's like, well, that's the best part, you know, because you get to sit there and listen, but nobody expects you to think of anything. So if you're having a really exhausting day where you can't focus and you can't follow anything, nobody's expecting you to say anything. But I feel like already maybe I'm a little bit different. Like I'm hopefully a little bit more open-minded, even though I like to think that I was open-minded beforehand too. Um, I'm, I don't know, a little bit more willing to say yes to anything, even if I don't really want to do it. Like, because a lot of the times when I go out and do things, it's with my host sister and her friends, and she's just like, oh, me and my friends are going to do this, you want to come? And I'm like, yeah. And then we spend the entire time trailing around and sitting there awkwardly and not saying anything. Which, normally, if I was back home and somebody said, oh, do you want to go do this with these people, I'd probably be like, nah, nah. So I'm trying to say yes to everything that I can. Um, but I feel like I'm still the same person. So I'm kind of worried about that. I know some people, talking about to some of the older exchange students from like Australia who have been here longer, um, they're saying, this person, I feel like they've really changed on their exchange. When they got here, they were just like this little, you know, kind of dorky kid with, and now they're like, oh, and go to parties all the time, and all this kind of stuff. But obviously, I don't know if I'm gonna change completely because it's only been 3 months. But I don't think I'm going to personally. Well, obviously, I am, but not like complete turnaround of my character. But I'm just, and my language has been improving. My host family has been telling me that my language has been improving. I feel like my vocabulary and my comprehension have been improving. I'm not too sure about my speaking, but then again, who am I to judge about my speaking? Because you always think. I feel like you always think that you're better than you are, and then you try to say something and you say something stupid. Like, and I'm constantly learning new things. I'm almost finished with the first Harry Potter book in French, and I want to try to read as much of the series as I can. For one thing, because I want to reread the series in general. It's been too long since I've read all those books. And it's a great language practice, and it's really upping my reading skills and my vocabulary. There are some things where it's like I don't know if I'd be able to think of it off the top of my head, but when I hear it or when I see it, I can understand what people are saying. And I don't know. I am, like I said earlier, I can't really contribute much to conversations, but those are with large groups of people. I can hold smaller conversations with smaller groups of people, or more like one-on-one. Like if I'm talking to one person, or maybe two people, I can usually um, get in on the conversation and contribute a little bit more, and talk a lot more. And I like speaking in French. Sometimes it's just like, hey, you want to talk about something? I want to speak. But spending I've been spending a lot less time in my room, which is one of the reasons why my vlog has been so neglected. Um, because even if I'm just like sitting downstairs reading, I don't miss out on things. Like sometimes random things happen. When there are people there, a lot of the time people aren't there because I've got a pretty busy family. But and I'm not meaning like all the time everybody's alone, or all the time I'm alone. But like a lot of the times it'll be somebody has to go do this or somebody has to go do that. And, I don't know. But things going on with my life. I kind of like to start a sport. I haven't really had much of the opportunity to yet, but I would like to. And also because it'll give me something to do and something to help keep off some of that famous exchange student weight gain Hopefully. I know everyone's like, oh, you haven't gained weight at all. It's like, yes, but if I start doing sports now, it won't be so obvious when I go back. Also, that it's snowing back home, and I know the Nordic season is probably starting, and I really want to do skiing, but the worse it gets is cold and foggy and rainy. But it hasn't been that rainy recently. It's really nice. But, you know, I other things going on. I joined kind of an ensemble for music. I'm playing alto saxophone because my family has an alto saxophone that they're letting me play. Um, though pretty much everybody in the ensemble wants me to play French horn if they can find me one to play on, because they've only got one horn. You can always use more horn players, and you can pretty much cover all the saxophones with two saxophones because those things can go loud. You don't really need that many saxophones, but more horns are always appreciated. So while I like playing saxophone, um, maybe I'll get to play horn sometime in the future. And what else? I also play music with my host brother. He plays guitar, I sing and things like that. And I just had another one. Oh, there's gonna be after Christmas exams. There's gonna be a talent show that me and the other exchange students in my class are hoping to participate in. Not entirely sure what we're gonna do yet. It's actually kind of confusing because these girls came in and talked really fast, and I couldn't quite pay attention or understand because it was after lunch, and it was in math, and we have this really horrible math teacher who doesn't keep my focus at all, and I can't pay attention. Because we got a new math teacher. The last one, if I tried, I could pay attention, but this one, I can hardly hear him half the time. That does not help my attention span. But anyway, these girls came in and talked a lot, and then they're like, is nobody interested? And then I'm like, wait, I think I understand. And so I'm like, yes, I'm interested. I want the paper. And then I read it. I'm like, oh, it's a talent show. And my friend, my other exchange student friend, she goes, oh, I don't have a talent. It was really funny. Uh, but we're probably going to do something silly, like dancing or singing. But I'm kind of looking forward to that. And generally things are going pretty well. I haven't been too terribly homesick. I get kind of homesick when my family Skypes me, but that's not very often. Um, which, as my mom said, that's probably a good thing because if I was really homesick, I'd be wanting to call them all the time. And since I'm not wanting to call them all the time, it must mean I'm not that homesick. And I've been trying to stay off the computer more, which is kind of difficult because I'm on the computer all the time at home in the United States too. But I'm trying to get off it. I don't have very much homework, so that definitely doesn't help. But yeah, I'm just really liking daily life. It's exhausting living in French all the time. Um, but I'm getting better at it, and I get lots of sleep on the weekends. I think that's one reason why I might not be as integrated with my friends at school as much, is because on the weekends, people are like, oh, are you going to go to this party? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm so tired. And then I'm like, okay, maybe I'll go. I'll ask my host parents, and then I go and I take a nap, and then I wake up and it's like, oh, everybody's probably already there. But because their parties are always at the end of the week, on like a Friday or a Saturday, and like by then I'm so exhausted I can't do anything. I have to sleep until so I can stay alive on Monday. But yeah, I'm just so happy to be here. I'm so happy I got this chance to go, and being here has given me other opportunities to see other places. Like I went to London with the Rotary Club, or the Rotary organization organized trip, and that was mind blowing. That was a great, like one of the best 3 days of my life, I think. those are amazing. And it's really a different experience, you know. And I'm glad that my family let me go. I'm glad that Rotary picked me to go. I'm glad that they found a host family for me here. And I have a great host family. I love my host family. My you know, they're always like, "Oh, we're so insane. You must think we're so weird." And I'm sitting here going, "You guys don't know my family." So I think it's a great first host family to be in. Um, I have the best host siblings. They're really nice to me, and you know, my host sister lets me tag along to things that she's doing, and um, we like to watch movies together. You know, when she wants to watch a movie or something, and we just hang out. My host brother and I play music, and we hang out a lot, and he teaches me dirty words. We try to play poker, and I freak out at him because I'm from Nevada, and in Nevada, if you don't deal cards right, then you can't play. So, but I just am having a really great time, and I hope everybody back home is doing okay. I hope my sponsoring Rotary Club is doing okay, and I hope that when I come back, I'll have plenty of things to share with them, which I'm sure I will. I could already write a book, you know, and it's only been 3 months. So I'm really looking forward to the rest of the year, and I'm already kind of like, oh, I don't want to leave. I want to stay here. But I really like being here, and looking forward to the rest of my exchange. I think I'll stop this long ramble here since I'm not really going anywhere with this, but um, thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and for my sponsoring Rotary Club, thanks for sending me here. Um, uh, for everybody else who might be watching this, thanks for supporting me, even though I don't update regularly at all, even though I'm bad at it. Um, Half the time I'm sitting in my pajamas or in my huge baggy sweatshirt on a day where I just kind of hung out inside because it was too cold to go out. And I hope everybody in the United States is having as good of a time as I am here, though I doubt that's possible because it's so amazing here. So I'll talk to you guys later. I'll try to contact my sponsoring club more, though that probably won't happen because I'm bad at updating my own personal blog. And I'll just see you guys around. And yeah, thanks for watching.